Hello, happy holidays, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is also my 1 year anniversary of Happy Maxxidents. My first one was the 12 Days of Christmas one I did last year, and it's been a lot of fun. I have very much enjoyed all of this. Today we are going to do a very winter scene. It's going to kind of look like my shirt. I have Little Miss Sunshine in the comments if you guys are here. Say hi. Let us know. Tell us about your holiday plans. Lay down the canvas. I just got a sponge here that's mostly just white paint with just a touch of some red in there. There isn't going to be a whole lot of color in this one. It'll be very, very snowy scene. That's just going to kind of look like, eventually it'll be just the sunshine coming through the clouds. Thank you. And I only missed 1 month out of the whole year. I did one painting a month. I just got some black and nice dark blue and white here. These are the only colors we're using. Got them all mixed up on my brush. We're just going to get some nice texture in the sky. I'm going just a little bit lighter. You don't want to totally blend the colors because you want to see different shades in the clouds.
Seriously, next year, 12 o'clock.
I'll give it a good try. The one that I missed this year was August, and we just were so busy in the summer, so much other fun stuff going on. I went back to the sponge instead of the brush. I like it better for clouds. Going for a little bit stormy. These clouds could just drop a bunch of snow any second. Kind of like today is. You want to kind of cover that little bit of red, pink coming through, but not all of it. Just look like the sun shining through the clouds. Just kind of hazy.
Sarah says I'll take some snow clouds any day, really.
I know you will. If I could send you all the snow clouds, I would. Maybe not all of them, I like just a little bit. We went sledding yesterday and it was so much fun. And it was so fun to see like just as many adults as kids on the sledding hill. It was so good. I'm just dabbing some fluffy little clouds in there. Don't want it too stormy. It's just going to be a nice snowfall.
Sarah's coming.
And the cold weather that they're talking about is like our summer. So don't listen to Sarah, it's not cold. Okay, we got some good clouds there. I don't know how much you guys can see those details. No, I think I do that every time. I'm like, do I turn off that light? No, let's not. Okay, we are going to, hold on. Oh, it's cold enough. Oh, you got Sunshine dying over there. She's just giggling. Okay, now in front of these clouds, we're going to do some mountains. Nice snowy mountains. So I'm just running my palette knife through all three of these colors. Again, not mixing them on the knife. So I want lots of different colors and textures. And I'm just going to very lightly make the shape of the mountain. These mountains can be whatever shape you want. You create little dips and valleys. A ridge coming down right here. I'm just going to take, yeah. Thank you. I definitely learned this one from Bob Ross, straight from Bob Ross. He is the king of making beautifully textured mountain peaks. I'm just taking those colors and very, very lightly just kind of dragging them down the canvas. I'm gonna clean those colors off the palette knife so I can get just some white, because we need some more snow up here. There. Make sure these peaks are covered in snow.
Well, then why are you're making yourself get there and by yourself? I know, but
There. I might let that dry a bit and then I might go back with, just add a little bit more snow there. If I keep going now, I'll blend it a little too much as I touch it more. Okay, now I'm going to get this brush just a little bit wet and just rub it, make it like a nice light gray color. Just a hint of blue in there. And kind of just want to make it misty at the bottom of this mountain. Can't see the details. Let's do this with the sponge. Now we don't need to make it perfect going all the way down because we're going to add some more layers here. So it'll be covered in just a moment. Okay, there we go. Now in front of those mountains, we are going to that brush is too big, not that one. I'm going to go in with a fan brush, and again I'm going to cover it in all three of those colors, a little bit of blue, black, and white, just to make a nice deep blue gray. I'm just loading the brush right up, and then let's just dab in some trees in the distance. This is still pretty far off. We don't need a lot of detail. It's going to take this brush and just dab some Me too.
And I'm also. And did you read that book before? One time I found like a bookmark in this. Here, I remember when I found that one. And I just decided to read it from that time, so I didn't see like this. Like, oh, I think I did that. I don't know. I didn't start reading from that. I started reading from this. Well, I'm gonna put my. I'm bored. Can I talk to
One of those mountains you completely underestimate till you get to the bottom to climb it and look up. That's like when we went sledding yesterday. And I told the kids, we're going to a big hill. We haven't gone here in a long time. And they're out there and they're like, why don't we come to this giant hill every time? And then they had to walk up it every time they went down. Just dabbing in some more trees. Just a little bit of detail. These are going to be in the distance. Using a few different types of brushes just for more depth and texture, and you get all types of trees. Now we're going to do the same thing we did with the bottom of the mountains. This big brush that's fairly wet with a nice light gray. Just blend it in. All misty. You pretty much just want your details just near the top. Everything else can just blend down. There. And I'm going to just keep going doing another row like that. Add some more depth, except for I'm just going to make it just slightly darker. Maybe. Those trees are pretty dark already. You can load up the fan brush with paint. Just use the corners back and forth. These trees are getting a little bit bigger because they're closer to the foreground, closer to you who are looking out at this beautiful winter scene. Yeah, it's amazing how much detail you can get just by pressing just a certain way on the brushes. Like this is honestly just so simple. It's just in the way you move it. And look, there's a tree. People think painting is difficult, but really, it's all just hidden in there. And you made a little tree. Add the mist to this layer. And just this very simple way of creating depth, just adding different layers and going either a little bit darker or a little bit lighter each time. Now, just gotta move my stuff here. I need to get some more white paint. That's not mixed up with all my other colors yet. Happy little winter trees, yes. And all those happy little trees were just hidden in the brush. Just got to encourage them to come out. Okay, just gonna make this very light gray. Tiny, tiny touch of blue. Just the way the light reflects off the snow and gives it that little blue tinge. And she fully mixing these colors to get a nice Nice light gray. I'm just going to come in. Little hill there. Just wind it up just a little bit there. I kind of like what I did with the mountains. Pull that down and blend it just a little bit more. Go back up to these mountains now, and add a little bit more in there that I had to wait for the paint to dry. Just very, very lightly going over this with some white just to lighten up the trees in the distance. The sky is dry. I'll put a little bit more in there before I finish the foreground. That red that we started with was almost blended away. You just want to barely see that. Just a little bit of white to my palette knife, and just make these peaks a little bit more snow covered. little snowy hill here. Thank you, Phoenix. I'm quite pleased with it. Okay, now we're going to work on the trees that are closest to us now. And I thought I'd like that brush, but I don't. Here's that other one. You can go in there. Go back to my other fat brush. Okay, these are going to be fairly dark. Just mixing a little bit of black into this blue. And we are going to, right here, figure out where I want this guy. Almost looks like there is a cat face on it. I'm going to have to look for that cat face later. With how big this tree is, you guys can see what I'm doing. With the fan brush, just dabbing, using mainly the corners. Just going back and forth. Just very lightly touching. We're adding more detail to this tree because that's right close to us. But we also got to remember that trees are nature and nature is not perfect. So don't worry about your lines being too straight or the tree being super even, because all trees are beautiful. It's definitely much thicker here at the bottom, so I'm just using larger brush strokes, push the paint across, add some details in on top of that. I'm actually going to switch to a brush somewhere. The world's biggest pine tree. Yes, it's a big pine tree, and I just switched to this big flat brush to the bottom here. If you don't have a fan brush, a flat brush can do pretty much the same. I think we're going to take this one right down to the bottom. Can't even see where it ends. larger brush strokes just to fill in the space. There. Now, we go back to the fan brush. I'm just gonna add some little bushes or something down here. Another tree, not quite as big as that one. And I think this guy needs a buddy. Let's put buddy right here. And where in here? Go in with a slightly lighter color. Let's just tap that in. Just going back, dabbing in a little bit of detail here and there, or touching it up. And I'm going in with this light blue-gray color that I did this little hill with, and I'm just going to, with a smaller fan brush, very lightly dab it on this tree. Like there's snow on the branches. You just want to put just a little bit here and there. Just kind of make it look like it's sitting on the top of the branches. Just adds more detail to the trees that are nice and close to us. Make them stand out a little bit more. Blot the paint, depending on what I'm doing. If I need more paint in the brush, I won't blot it too much. I'll leave the brush really full and just very gently press it on the canvas so you don't just like a blob it on there. Hold on. I will show you once I'm done doing this. Just says it looks so cool. Awesome. I still haven't seen the cat, but I'll find it. Okay. Let's see which brush. I'm gonna use this brush. It was just in the water and I blot out most of the water. You want it just a little bit wet, but then water gets stuck in the handle. And I'm just, can you see? Oh, just pushing it into the paint. A bunch of water got stuck in the handle. It's dribbling down my arm. And yeah, I just filled that brush mainly on one side there, kind of rounded the corner. And where can I put this? I just gently press it. So you get the color on there, but since you're not pressing hard, you can see the texture that the bristles will leave. And especially for something like trees and shrubs and stuff, you want all that texture. That's why I often don't blend the colors on my brush or on the palette. So then you just get, the colors can blend a little bit on the canvas. Yeah. I hope that answers the question you were going for. If not, I can try again and show you something else. What else do we need in here? Oh. These trees over here need a little bit of snow. Make them pop just a little bit. There we go. I am quite pleased with how it's coming along. A little bit of snow in these bushes. More and more, I am like fully completing these in the hour, and it makes me so happy. I think that's all I'm going to do right now. I would say it's pretty much finished. There's a couple little things I want to add in there, but some layers need to dry for it. So I think, where did I? These just a little mistier. Watch the video and you'll see how I did it. Thank you, everybody. Magic in very careful hands. Lots of magic. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having wonderful holidays and enjoying this excellent weather for mid-December. It's been so gorgeous. So I hope everyone, even those not here, is enjoying gorgeous weather. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.